behind the flag are the stories.
In the dense pine forests of Montauk, Long Island, lies the decaying remains of Camp Hero, a decommissioned military base cloaked in secrecy. One night in 1981, a local ham radio operator named Ray Moore intercepted a bizarre transmission, a child's voice crying for help, layered over static and coordinates to Camp Hero. The voice repeated, distorted, as if looping through time. Ray had no idea, he'd just tapped into a government experiment that never really ended. Haunted by the voice, Ray followed the coordinates to Camp Hero's sealed bunker entrance, rusted steel doors welded shut. Locals said the base was just Cold War leftovers, but Ray saw the warning signs, radiation markers, old bloodstains, and a humming noise coming from beneath the concrete. As he pressed his hand to the door, a static shock jolted him back. Something inside was still powered on. That night, Ray's dreams were invaded by flashes, metal tables, screaming children, and strange beings hovering in flickering light. He awoke at 3:33 a.m., bleeding from the ears, his radio crackling with distorted voices. They repeated a phrase over and over, Program Alpha rebooting. As he turned the dial, every frequency bled into one, and something behind the static whispered his name. Desperate for answers, Ray contacted Preston Nichols, a reclusive former radar technician who once worked at Camp Hero. Nichols confirmed his worst fears, the base wasn't closed. It was hidden. According to Nichols, the Montauk Project had opened a rift in time and space, and something came through. The kids, he whispered, they were used to anchor the portal. Some never came back human. Nichols told Ray about the Montauk chair, a twisted psychic amplifier created to harness human consciousness. Children with latent psychic ability were strapped in, their minds pushed beyond reality. They could see other dimensions, even rip holes in them. One boy, named Duncan, reportedly made something appear, a living nightmare so powerful, it shut the entire base down. But some say, the chair was never truly deactivated. August 12, 1983, the day everything broke. Duncan, deep in the Montauk chair, projected a creature from his subconscious, a towering beast with no face, its body pulsating like it was stitched from thought itself. It rampaged through the underground base, disrupting power and tearing through walls. Scientists screamed as alarms blared. They pulled Duncan from the chair, but the creature didn't vanish. It stayed, roaming the tunnels in the dark. Officially, Camp Hero was shut down in 1984. But Nichols insisted that was just a cover story. He claimed the experiments continued, deeper underground, funded by black budgets and hidden from all oversight. Locals reported lights beneath the ground, strange vibrations, and men in unmarked vans patrolling the woods. They moved the chair, Nichols whispered, but they didn't stop the project. They just took it, further out of time. Ray tracked down a man who claimed to be one of the Montauk boys. His name was Eli. He had no birth certificate, no childhood photos, just fragmented memories of white rooms, needles, and voices in his head that weren't his. They trained us to open doors with our minds, Eli whispered. But something came through, and stayed inside us. His eyes glazed over, and for a moment, Ray saw something else looking back. Eli warned Ray about the time loops, strange pockets where hours stretched into days, or vanished entirely. He said the base wasn't just a laboratory, it was a prison for moments lost in time. Those caught inside could relive nightmares endlessly or disappear forever. Some claimed they saw their own reflections acting independently, trapped in loops that bent reality itself. Whispers spread about scientists who vanished without a trace, one moment studying anomalies, the next, gone. Some believed they were trapped in the time loops or lost to experiments gone wrong. Their abandoned labs held notes scrawled in panic, warning of things in the dark and fractured realities. Montauk wasn't just a project, it was a doorway to chaos no one could control. Deep beneath Camp Hero, hidden beyond locked doors, lay the psychic gateway, a chamber designed to amplify mental powers and pierce the veil of reality. Reports described swirling lights, sudden temperature drops, and echoes of laughter with no source. It was said that during tests, the gateway opened portals to other dimensions, places where time and space twisted beyond comprehension. Test subjects reported losing hours, or even days, inside the psychic gateway. Time slipped away without warning. One scientist noted, "You could enter a room and suddenly find yourself years in the future, or trapped in a moment that never ends." These temporal anomalies defied every law of physics and shattered minds, leaving behind only broken memories and vanished souls. Despite mounting evidence and countless eyewitness accounts, the government dismissed all rumors as conspiracy theories. Official records were sealed, documents classified, and whistleblowers silenced. Yet, locals swore strange military convoys passed through Montauk under cover of night, transporting unknown cargo, evidence that the project's dark legacy was far from over. Some victims of the Montauk Project were never the same. Rumors spread that children were implanted with psychic devices, microchips designed to enhance or control their abilities. These implants caused seizures, visions, and uncontrollable telepathic outbursts. Many of these children vanished, leaving behind broken families and whispers of a covert program still operating in the shadows. Prisoners, orphans, and runaway children were allegedly rounded up for experiments at Montauk. Subjected to isolation, sensory deprivation, and forced psychic training, many were driven to madness or worse. Some survivors whispered of shadowy figures stalking the halls, escaped experiments, twisted by years of torment, lurking in the dark waiting to be found. Decades later, the scars of the Montauk Project remain. Survivors live fractured lives, haunted by lost memories and strange abilities they can't explain. Some have vanished without a trace, while others warn that the project's influence still ripples through time. The experiment never truly ended, it only changed its form, lurking in the shadows of modern science. Even after the base's closure, locals reported hearing strange psychic echoes, faint voices, whispers of the past trapped in the air. Some claimed they could see fleeting apparitions of children running through the woods, laughing one moment, then vanishing the next. The Montauk Project left behind more than broken lives, it imprinted its trauma onto the land itself. In the early 2000s, a trove of leaked government documents surfaced online, known as the Montauk Incident Files. They detailed covert operations, mind control experiments, and accounts of dimensional travel. Skeptics dismissed them as fiction, but for survivors and believers, these files confirmed what they already knew: Montauk's horrors were real, and still active beneath the surface. Whispers emerged that the Montauk Project was never truly shut down. Recent satellite images showed unusual energy readings beneath Camp Hero, and local residents reported strange lights and sounds in the dead of night. Some feared the portal between dimensions was reopening, threatening to unleash horrors beyond comprehension once more. The Montauk Project remains one of America's darkest secrets, a tale of government hubris, psychic terror, and dimensional gateways. Whether myth or reality, its echoes linger in the shadows of Long Island's forests, a warning that some experiments should never be unleashed. Listen closely, can you hear the whispers? The legacy of Montauk is far from over.